Question 8, Part C. The table shows information about the midday temperatures here, and Part C says on the grid opposite, draw a cumulative frequency graph for the information from the table about the midday temperatures. So we've got cumulative frequency graph here, but first of all we need to work out the cumulative frequencies. Okay, so we're going to need another column. And that's going to be cumulative frequency. Okay, so greater than or equal to 10 up to 15 we have 6 days. Now from 10 to 20 we need to add 4 onto that, so we've got 10 days. From 10 to 25 we've got another 24 days to add onto that, so that's 34. From 10 to 30 we need another 44 days, so that's 78. From 10 to 35 that's another 10 days, that's going to be 88 days. And 10 up to 40 degrees we've got another 4 days, that's 92 days. Okay, so now we have to plot that onto our cumulative frequency graph. Okay, now let's do that as accurately as we can. So up to 15 degrees we have 6 days. So up to 15 degrees we have 6 days. Now be careful of the scale, it gives them 2s, 2, 4, 6. Up to 20 we have 10 days. Up to 25 we had 34 days, which is there. Up to 30 degrees we had 78 days, big jump. 78 is here. Up to 35 degrees it's 88, which is there. And up to 40 degrees we had 92 days. Now I'm going to try my best to draw a cumulative frequency curve as best I can. Okay, not too bad, slightly off, but you can do a better job than that. Okay, so this is a 3-mark question. The first mark comes from finding the cumulative frequencies. Now that could be implied by doing this, so if they see this and it's all correct, then that's your first mark. The second mark comes from plotting at least 5 of those correctly, and the third mark comes from plotting all 6 correctly and putting this curve in there. Okay, so part D then. Part D says find an estimate for the median and interquartile range of these midday temperatures. Well, if there's 92 days, the median day is going to be half of that, so it's going to be the 46th day. Okay, so you need to grab yourself a ruler. I'll get a different colour as well. And the 46th day is 2, 4, 6 here. So if we draw a line across, now I haven't done my curve very neatly, so let's hope that this works. And down. So I estimate that to be 26.5, should we say? Okay, so my median I think is 26.5 degrees. Now interquartile range, I'm going to need the lower quartile, the upper quartile, and interquartile range, I'm going to take those away. Okay, so to get the lower quartile, that's the first quarter of those days, so 92 divided by 4, sorry, that gives us on the 23rd day, 23 days would be my lower quartile. So we need to draw a line over at 23 and estimate that. Very tricky to do. Oops, let's do that one again. Okay, so I estimate the lower quartile to be 23, so I'll just write that in. So 23, and let's have a look at the upper quartile. So So that's going to be your 69th day. 69th day there. Let's hope that curve's good enough. So I make that to be 29 roughly. So 29 is going to be my upper quartile. So my upper quartile, take away my lower quartile, give us an interquartile range of 6. Okay, I'm going to write that in. So interquartile range is 6 degrees. Now, part D is a 3-mark question. Let's have a look at how you get those marks. Right, the first mark comes from the median. Okay, now if they could see that you've done this, gone across at 46, then you would have got a method mark. Or if you've got the range, the median in a range of 24.5 up to 26.5, just in there, so I would have got the mark for the median. Okay, so I would have got 1 mark there. 1 mark. For the next mark, they needed to see that you've gone across at the lower quartile of 23 and the upper quartile of 69. Okay, that's the next mark. A method mark for doing that. And third and final mark is for the interquartile range. And that's it.